What's up, people? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Man, so today, man, I'm gonna touch on this topic about these organizations or gangs that's in our neighborhoods, man, and how they always seem to stray off of what was the meaning behind them. You know what I mean? I was born in Chicago, man, on the South Side, and I came up under Gangster Disciples. You know what I mean? And I jumped into that organization early on, and it was the message behind that, man. We was in it to look out for our neighborhoods. We was in it to police ourselves, man. We was in it to have strength for our peoples. And as like money and drugs came into play, that's when all the structure and the organized part of it always goes out the door. The same with the West Coast thing. The Bloods and the CRIPS came into play because they was getting violated by some people. But it always happens. It get sidetracked into some other stuff. The same thing with the East Coast brothers, with the Bloods and the Crips. They felt as though they were getting taken advantage of in the penal system. So they all unified to come together, you know what I mean, to stop being oppressed. But for some reason, whenever us brothers get together and put something good together for us, it always get twisted, and it turns us against us. We wind up start killing us instead of. Now I'm not saying, because I'm not saying. Of course, always the Spanish people always been like the opposition. White organizations always been so-called opposition. I'm not saying go out and do nothing to no other race, but what I am saying is stop doing something to your own race. I've been watching, man, ZEKE Black, and I salute that brother, man. I salute him because he's putting out content. He's telling the story because it is a story that has to be heard. But he's also putting out content where he's letting the other side be heard. The ones he did yesterday with the Crips, letting the Crips story also be heard because it's two sides to everything. You understand what I mean? And a lot of people put out the message of the Bloods. And if you got numbers, man, numbers always gonna make it seem like something was so dominant, was a dominant force. But it's other sides to these stories, man. But we missing the big picture. Like, man, why do we always have to use that against each other? We should be using our own power to degrade and eliminate our own people, man. That's the same way we using it in these street crimes. The same way we using it to run it like a Fortune 500 company in the penitentiaries. Why can't we come out here on the streets and use it the same way and run it legally? You know what I mean? That's the part we keep missing. And it's like it's going generation after generation, death after death. You know what I mean? How many families been lost? How much bloodshed has been, like, man, done with this same structure of living that I've been involved in. My kids and their kids, and it's continuing. You know what I mean? Like, man, when is it gonna stop? You know what I mean? And Zeke had some good dialogue on his panel. He had the people writing in, and man, it was a good eye opener, man. And we need to have these conversations because it's getting worse. More these kids dying by the younger rate. You know what I mean? Like, listening to music they listening to, the life that they living by, the rules they living by. It's like they make fun of dudes that's making it my age. Like, it's something soft about surviving that shit. Like, because we survived it and made it through it, they make they make jokes of this shit like something was soft about that. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. That don't even that don't even make sense because y'all bragging about dying at 25. Like what sense do that make? You know what I mean? So we need to start having these discussions more, man. So I salute Zeke Black for that. You know what I mean? He showed that other side, gave that other side a voice because they need to be heard also. And we need to start having these discussions on how can we change the direction of these gangs because they're not organizations no more. And we're not doing organized shit with it. They're gangs now, you know what I mean? So we need to be honest about this shit, man. So I'm here to just try to do my part and make it. Let's make a change with this. I'm here to offer my voice. I'm here to participate. Anybody willing to join this with me or ask me to join this with them, you know what I mean? I'm here, man. Yak, Chi-Town's finest, man. I'm going to be adding more material. I'm going to be looking for more information, man. Let's do this. Let's grab our peoples, man. It's late, man. It's too late.